Part 1. The house at night. Something in the house wasn't supposed to be there! I was home alone that night, and I knew it! Not the kind of alone where someone might be in another room, but the kind where the house feels empty in a way you can hear. No television. No radio. No phone calls. Just the slow ticking of the clock in the kitchen and the hum of the refrigerator cycling on and off. I locked the front door earlier than usual. I remember it clearly, hand on the knob, the solid click of the lock, a slight pull afterward to make sure it wouldn't open. I've always done that! Old habit. The house felt normal at first. Comfortable. That false sense of safety you don't realize you're relying on. Until it's gone. It was close to midnight when I heard the first sound. Not loud. Not sudden. Just a quiet shift. Like someone adjusting their stance after standing still for too long. And have you ever been completely alone at night and felt watched anyway? Comment yes or no. Part 2. The hallway light. I froze where I was sitting. Didn't reach for my phone. Didn't move my head. Just listened. The sound didn't repeat itself. That somehow made it worse. When I finally looked toward the hallway, my chest tightened. The hallway light was on. I hadn't turned it on. I was sure of it. I hate wasted light, and I never leave it burning when I'm not in the room. I stared at it, waiting for logic to kick in. Maybe I forgot? Maybe. Muscle memory was lying to me. But the longer I looked, the more wrong it felt. The light wasn't flickering. It wasn't buzzing. It was just there. Steady. Patient. Then I heard it again. This time, closer. A soft, brushing sound. Like fabric sliding against the wall. Not footsteps. Not movement. More like something standing still. But not perfectly still. Would you get up and check the hallway? Or stay exactly where you are? Type check or stay? Part 3. The wait. I stayed on the couch longer than I want to admit. Minutes passed, but it felt thicker than time normally feels heavy. Slow, stretched thin. I focused on small things. The feeling of the couch cushioning under my arm. The faint reflection of the hallway light on the floor. The faint reflection of the hallway light on the floor. I told myself that fear makes you imagine things. That houses make noises. That silence can trick your brain. Then I smelled something. It wasn't strong, but it was unmistakable. Cold. Stale. Like air that had been trapped somewhere it shouldn't have been opened. The smell came from the hallway. I swallowed and checked my phone. No notifications. No messages. Just the time. 11:47 p.m. That's when the hallway light dimmed just slightly, as if someone had stepped between the bulb and the wall. Except there was no shadow, which would scare you more unexplained smells or unexplained sounds. Comment, smell, or sound. PART 4? Acknowledgement. I don't know why I spoke. I wish I hadn't. Maybe it was panic. Maybe I needed proof that I was still alone. My voice came out quiet. Hello? The word hung in the air longer than it should have. For a moment, nothing happened. Then I heard it. A sound that wasn't a voice but wasn't silence either. A slow breath. Deliberate. Controlled. Coming from the hallway. The light clicked off instantly. No fade. No warning. Just darkness. The smell vanished at the same time. Like it had never existed. And for the first time that night, I was absolutely certain I wasn't alone. At this point, would you leave the house immediately? Yes or no? Part 5. The door. I stayed where I was until my legs started to ache. I don't know how long it took before the hallway light turned back on. When it did, everything looked normal. Too normal. No smell, no sound. The house had settled back into itself, like nothing had happened. That's when I noticed a door at the end of the hallway. It was open. That door stays closed. It always has. It leads to a room that feels off, even in daylight. The open doorway looked darker than the rest of the hall, like the light avoided it. I stood up slowly, every step deliberate. I didn't want to rush. I didn't want to draw attention. The closer I got, the colder the air felt. Would you close the door, look inside, or walk away? Comment, your choice. Part 6, the morning after. I didn't look inside that room. I turned away. That night, I slept with every light on. Morning came eventually, thin and gray. Everything exactly as it should be. Almost as I passed the hallway, my hand brushed the wall. It was cold. Colder than the rest of the house. And there, barely visible, was the outline of a hand. Not dirty, not stained, just present. Do you think whatever it was? Left or stayed? Comment your answer. Final Sauto. I don't stay home alone anymore. People ask me why, and I never give them the real reason. Some things don't like being talked about. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear that soft, shifting sound. And sometimes, the hallway light turns on by itself. Should I tell what I think it really was in another video? Comment part 2 if you want the truth. Join me next time for another creepy story time. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, good night.